we back. Now in today's video, we're going to be grading NBA players. So right here, I have a deck of a bunch of NBA players. We're going to shuffle this up, draw a card, and we're going to grade each player based on their scoring ability, their shooting, their playmaking, defense, and their value to their team. Should be a lot of fun. This is all based on what I've seen from them. I'm not going in to look at the numbers because who really got time for that, all right? So based on what I've seen so far this season or throughout a player's career, we're going to grade them. Again, all my opinion. But let's get right into the first one. So in here, I put in a bunch of starters, superstars, stuff like that. We ain't got no bench players, no role players, because I'm not here to disrespect players by giving them Fs. The first player on our list is Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka is basically having the best year of his career right now. And when he got paid all that money, everybody was talking about, wow, Serge Ibaka just got super overpaid, this and that. And now he's finally showing the league, like, listen, I'm back to playing my natural position, which is the center position. Nick Nurse doesn't have me just sitting at the three-point line. I'm actually getting down and dirty. So let's get into it. With his scoring, I'd probably give it like a C+. That's not the best aspect of Ibaka's game, but this year he is doing it to the best of his ability. And, like, he's having a good season, but obviously when you compare him to some of the best scorers in the league, he's like a C+. His shooting ability, I'd put a little bit higher because he's not a player that's going to be down to the block. I'll probably give it like a B-. He's not shooting as many threes. It's more that mid-range area where he is absolutely lethal. Like, absolutely lethal. Do not leave that man 18 feet from the basket wide open because he will knock that down. Playmaking, not really his thing. Not really his thing. So I'll probably give him like a D+. Defense, this year he's back to not really the Serge Ibaka that we used to see, but he's very good defensively, playing with one of the best defensive teams in the league. So I'll give that a B+. And team value, well, I think he's one of the most valuable, important players to what the Toronto Raptors are trying to do with them trying to compete. So team value, I got to give him like an A-. Shout out to Serge Ibaka for really playing great this season. Next on our list is star Joel Embiid. I think the best center in the league. Let's get right into it with the scoring. There is not a big man in the league that can hold Joel Embiid once he's really looking to score. The real problem with Joel Embiid, at least in my eyes, is that he's not 100% in shape. So because of that, he'll play great for 2 quarters. Then the third quarter, he'll be real sluggish. And then maybe he'll come back out in the fourth quarter. I mean, we saw that a few nights ago against, I think he was going against the Suns. He had like 30 points in the first half. And then he slowed down in the second half because he was kind of winded. But when we get to the scoring aspect, there's not many big men with the capabilities scoring-wise like him, so I got to give him an A. Shooting-wise, we take it a little bit step back because though he can knock down the 3, he's definitely not like a knockdown shooter. Last time I checked, he was shooting like 28%, and this is not it. So in the shooting ability, I'll probably give it like a C- because you have to somewhat respect it, but it's not reliable enough that like if we need a 3-point shot, we giving it to Joel Embiid. Playmaking, this is not really his thing, and when I think about playmaking, I'm not just thinking about assists because playmaking is so much deeper than here, shoot the ball. You know, people think that playmaking is just how many assists you average, and this is not really the thing. So when it's playmaking ability, I'll probably give it like a C+. Defensively, he's one of the best defensive big men we have in this league. I'll give it an A. And team value, he is an A+. He is Philly. Like when I think of the Philadelphia 76ers, I don't think about Jimmy Butler. I don't think about Ben Simmons, JJ Redick, or Wilson Chandler. I legitimately think about Joel Embiid. That is his team. So because of that, he's getting absolutely an A- to the team's value. Next card is Damian Lillard. I don't know if you can really tell these cards, but I'm going to hold them up anyway. Damian Lillard, listen, everybody know that when it's Dame time, he's going to come out and he's going to perform. It's one of the best scorers we have in this league, and I forget who exactly said it. Maybe it was Kevin Durant who said that Damian Lillard is already a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's already a Hall of Famer. I think he has to do a little bit more for him to be a Hall of Famer, but without a doubt, he's one of the best point guards we have in the league right now. So when it comes to the scoring, Damian Lillard, that's one thing that you know about Damian Lillard, and that's that he could put the ball in the basket in pretty much every aspect of basketball. I mean, unless he's in the post with like a 7-footer, because, I mean, that's just not going to work. But he can shoot the ball, he gets to the basket, he finishes very well, and he draws fouls like no other. So because of that, when it comes to the scoring, he's also getting an A, one of the most elite we have. Shooting the ball wise, he's also getting an A. I know when we think about 3-point shooting, the first names that come to mind is Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant. They're all on the same team, but you get what I'm saying, right? The best 3-point shooters in the league. Damian Lillard needs to be in there too. He needs to be top 5 or definitely top 10 when it comes to shooting the pill. So because of that, he's also getting an A. Playmaking, I'm probably going to give him a B. Again, it's not just about how many assists you average, but how you're creating plays. So he's getting that B. Defensively, he has gotten better throughout the course of his career, but he's not like locking people down. I'll give him a C there. And the team value, well, just like I said about Joel Embiid, when I think about I think about Portland area, Portland Trailblazers, Damian Lillard is obviously the first name that comes to mind. So I'm going to say A and not A+, because there is a scenario in my mind where he may get traded in case, you know, this current team doesn't really work out. Him or CJ may get traded. So I'm giving him an A, not an A+. So the next guy on our list is Lonzo Ball. This is going to be a very interesting one because it seems like most fans either love Lonzo Ball or they hate Lonzo Ball. There's like very few people in the middle. I'm one of those people in the middle. I'm not a Lonzo lover. I'm not a Lonzo hater. I just watch the games, okay? So when I'm grading him, this is completely unbiased. I have no love or no hate towards Lonzo Ball. I'm just doing this for the video, all right? So let's get into it. With the scoring, we know that Lonzo Ball is not... That's not really what he does. But you do get those games where he'll drop a 15 points, he'll shoot very efficiently, and then you'll have a game like the other night against OKC where he scores 3 points, only taking 3 shots. He just hasn't really found it just yet in that scoring aspect. So I'll probably give him, like, honestly, like a D+. I'll give him like a D+, maybe even a C-. Shooting the ball wise, he has gotten a lot better from his rookie season, but it's still not at the point where you can really trust Lonzo Ball taking that 3-point shot. So I'll give it like a C- because he can knock it down, but it's not like he's a knockdown shooter yet. Now, in the playmaking, that's probably one of the best things that Lonzo Ball brings. Again, it's not always about assists. When you're playing alongside LeBron James, of course, your assist number is going to go down because LeBron James is a guy that needs that ball in his hands. But playmaking-wise, Lonzo Ball got it. I'll probably get like a B+ in that aspect. Lonzo Ball could definitely play make with some of the best in the league. Defensively, he also has that. As a second-year point guard, I'm very, very impressed with the way Lonzo Ball plays defense. Another great aspect to his game. I'd also give it like a B+, maybe an A-. He's not the best defending point guard in the league, but when you're ranking him, he got to be mentioned, at least in the top 5. And the team value, I don't really know. Because you think about him, Brandon Ingram, and Kyle Kuzma, their names will always 100% be brought up in trade talks because they're 3 young promising players, and now with LeBron there, they're looking for a second superstar. So I don't know what Rob Pelinka or Magic Johnson, who out of these top 3 guys, these young guys, who they value more. So because of that, I'm going to put an I for incomplete. One thing that I noticed about Lonzo Ball, he's shooting 1 free throw a game. It's unacceptable. All right, that's the one part of his game that I need him to get better at for the team's sake. And I guess that whole team is not great at free throw shooting, but you got to average more than 1 free throw attempt a game. Next guy on our list is Nikola Jokic. Yes, Nikola Jokic better be a first-time All-Star this year. If he's not, I'm coming at all of you fans for not voting for him because he definitely deserves to be an All-Star this year. But let's get into it. When the scoring aspect, he is a guy that bothers me a little bit, because we know that he can be a great scorer. I mean, you saw it. There was like a 3 or 4 game period where Gary Harris was out, Paul Millsap was out, Will Barton was out, and then he was dropping like 25, 26 a night. And I'm like, this is the Jokic we can get. But he doesn't do that. He takes a back seat and he likes to play make a little more. And especially now that Jamal Murray is really finding himself as an offensive player, it seems like Nikola Jokic is okay with being the second scoring option. And that's cool. So because of that, I'll give his scoring like a B. He definitely has the ability to be an elite scorer, but he just hasn't really done it just yet. So it's a B. Shooting the ball wise, last year he shot like 40% from 3. This year taking a little bit step back, but he's definitely still a nice 3-point shooter. I give it like a B-. Playmaking, he is the best playmaking center in the league. I'm giving this a 100% A. They run the offense through him, and a lot of the backdoor action and everything you see from that team is through Nikola Jokic's hands, and he gets a lot of hockey assists as well, which is passing it to somebody, and they pass to somebody, and they score the ball. So playmaking, that's one of his best aspects. Defensively, one of the biggest knocks on Jokic throughout his entire career so far is that defensively, he just ain't got it. But this year, he's kind of got it. His team is top 10 in defense, which is something we've never seen before from that Denver Nuggets team with him as the starter. So I got to give him the credit. No, he's not an elite shot blocker. He's not an elite rim protector, but he's doing very well on the pick and roll, something we've never seen before. So defensively, I'll give him like a B-. And team value, it's a 100% A+. That team runs through him, and without him, they would not be the team they are today. So Jokic, I cannot wait to watch him play, hopefully during All-Star. Let's move on to the next one, though. Paul George. Some people call him MVPG13. And you know what? I like the way that sounds. Let's get into it, man. Paul George having the best year of his career, and I like to see it, man. It seems like he's the type of player that doesn't really need all the spotlight and all of that. And it's so weird that the Lakers fans booed him the other night because you know what? He didn't owe y'all nothing. Y'all the ones that told him that he was going to sign there. He has never gave y'all 100% certainty that he was going to sign with y'all. So the fact that y'all booed him is crazy, especially since you already got LeBron. You got the best player in the league to sign, and y'all still bitter about another player. Regardless, let's move on and talk about Paul George's season. Scoring the ball wise, listen, he's got those outings where he's low-key putting up 38, 40s, and he has the tendencies to take over quarters. If I see him in the quarter with 2 points, I'm not really worried about it because I know that next quarter he could go off for 20 in that quarter. So scoring the ball wise, he's got to get an A. Shooting, I'll probably take it a little step back and say A-. He definitely can knock down that shot, but is he an elite three-point shooter? No. Playmaking the ball wise, you know what? I haven't really paid much attention to Paul George's playmaking. If I had to go off based on my memory right now, I'd probably give him like a C+, because it's not really his role on the team. They have an elite playmaker. They already do. They don't need him out there making plays. He scores that ball, though. He definitely does. Defensively, he's one of the best perimeter defenders that we have in his league. The OKC Thunder, last time I checked, with the #1 defense, and a lot of that is due to him, Steven Adams, and Russell Westbrook. It said, well, I read this article where before he re-signed with OKC, he sat down with Russell Westbrook and told him, I need you to be more engaged on the defensive side of the ball, and Russell Westbrook has been that. So defensively, he's got an A, and team value is definitely an A. It's got to be an A, maybe even an A+. And that is where we're going to stop today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Again, these are all my opinions based on what I've seen. No numbers involved or nothing like that. I'm just out here trying to entertain. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave it a like. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank y'all. Peace.